everyone, Marissa Miller here, and if you're new, which you probably are, then hello, welcome. It's nice to meet you, and if you're returning, then hello, welcome back, and it's good to see you again. I'm Marissa Miller, and I am an indie author. I have currently self-published 4 books. The first is a children's picture book called Chasing Figments. The second is a contemporary middle grade fantasy called The Grim and the Fantastic. And the third and fourth books are from my When Wicked series, and that is a young adult fantasy mashup retelling series. Those books are called When Wicked Runs West and When Wicked Runs East. My When Wicked series is undergoing a series revamp right now, so it's going to be re-released in February. It's the end of January right now, so it's coming up quick, but it'll be re-released in February with new covers and a new rewritten interior for the first book, which is When Wicked Runs West. So yeah, that's coming up soon, and keep an eye out for that. So for today, I wanted to do a little kind of crafty video of sorts, and I decided that I've had this craft idea, like a book craft idea, for a while, since like last summer or something when I thought of it, because my wall clock stopped working, and I got the idea that it would be fun to make it over. I have my broken wall clock here. I'm going to take it apart and paint it and turn it into the broken moral compass from my When Wicked series. So if you're familiar with my When Wicked series, you know about the broken moral compass. If you haven't read my When Wicked series, then you don't know what the broken moral compass is, but it is significant to the story. So it's going to be like a little book prop for me, and I'm probably going to hang it up on my wall and stuff, and I just thought it would be kind of fun to do it and film the process of remaking it. So with that all being said, I guess I will go ahead and get my supplies out and get to crafting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take my rings off so that way I don't get them covered in paint, and then I'm going to remove the dead battery out of the back and start removing the screws to disassemble the clock. Okay, now I have my clock face and my clock front. Next, I'm going to remove the hands. Some of them were a little trickier to get off, but I think I'd like to use this hand later, so I'm just going to set it to the side. And then I'm going to go ahead and cover the clock face in white paint. Now, just because of the way that it is, it'll take a few layers of paint to cover the numbers on the clock face. Alright, so I'm going to use some parchment paper. It makes for a nice little palette if you don't have access to a palette. Wax paper also works, and I'm going to mix some gray to make the silver of the clock face. I don't think this part of the clock is actually seen once I put the cover on, but I'm painting it anyway just in case. So the moral compass in the story has it's silver, so that's why I'm painting it gray, painting it silver. Okay, I'm going to pop out the glass and set it to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and start painting the front here. I'll have to do that in layers as well. Let that bit dry and I'll come back to it. Go ahead and do another layer of whites on the face. And I'm going to add some glitter because I love sparkles. Another layer of white paint. And now I'm going to go ahead and start painting the direction letters on. For north, east, south, and west. Another layer of paint. Really get the inside there. And another layer around the outside rim of the clock for the outer part of the compass. Re-go over the letters here to make sure that they stand out and are dark. Clean off the glass piece thoroughly. And the moral compass is broken, so what I'm doing now is I'm going to go ahead and paint on the cracks to show the broken aspect of the moral compass. Okay, now I'm going to start working on making the needle of the compass. I have a few different thicknesses of wire and I'm braiding it together to make one piece, and I'm attaching the clock hand that I set aside earlier, and then I'm wrapping it with a thin wire around to make it all kind of fit as one piece. I'm twisting it around to make it an elaborately swirly arm like it's described in a book, so it's kind of kinked funny. Then I'm dipping it in black paint so that way it's all cohesive, matches a single color, and setting it to dry. Then I'm going to get my little brush markers out, and I'm using my black one to outline the letters of the compass so they're nice and sharp looking. And I'm putting together the rest of the pieces and attaching the compass needle so I can see how it's going to look from the front with the crack, the needle, the new compass face, and the top piece. I think it looks pretty good. I'm satisfied with it. Then of course I have to do it, set it up reverse so that way I can attach the back piece again. Tighten down all the screws. And behold, I now have changed my broken clock into a broken moral compass. And I have a book prop from my When Wicked series. Now I'm just going to hang it on my wall. I'm using a thumbtack. I put a hole in the top of it and used my thin wire so that way I could hang it, and it's nestled in there between my little glass calendar and my dry erase board. I think it looks pretty good. Alright, so it's all done, it's up on the wall, it's all finished now, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It was a lot of fun to make. Only took me about like an hour or so total time, so not too bad. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and if you enjoyed watching me do a book related craft, then let me know and I will come up with more, because there's always an infinite amount of crafty things to do. Anyway, that's all I have to talk about for today, so thanks for stopping by and I'll see you next time. Bye.